Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I always think, what kind of intro can I do? And then I just hit go and I just start talking. So that's my intro. I hope everybody is having an awesome Saturday so far. Let's see, before we get started, as always, people are very curious about all the new fabric that we got coming in. So good morning, Peggy. Let me show you some of the awesome fabric that we just got in, and then we will get to the good stuff. Of course, if you saw our Tuesday, good morning, Norma. Our Tuesday at 2-ish, you saw this new Christmas collection that we got in, which is a ton of fun. Hey, Lori, good morning. Pam and I were just talking about you, Lori. We miss you. Look at this fun collection that we just got in. How awesome is that? Morning, Mary. And this just came in. This isn't even unwrapped. Not the art gallery. I love these, but this enormous collection that you can see is still wrapped. And we're going to unwrap that today, and that's going to be a ton of fun. So, just give you a quick pan. And of course, my favorite section, the Halloween. And we've got some really fun Halloween stuff. So if you like the retro, kind of really cool, less spooky Halloween stuff, it's really cute. We've got a lot of really good bolt options there. And then of course you get to the stuff that I like, which is a little bit creepier and a little bit darker, but still tons of fun. So anyway, all right. So we've got more fabric coming in. As you can see, we've literally once again run out of shelving. So we figure it out though. We still have some of the Tula left, which you'll see, which I'm amazed that we actually have any of that left. But I guess I'll have to buy some more. But we got a bunch of cool stuff. So you guys need to come in and see us. Today we are at the Sewing and Vacuum Authority on Westport Road, 10494 Westport Road. If you haven't been to the store, come see us. We're really excited about what we got going on here. So, all right, let me flip the camera around. Good morning, April. Good morning, Pam.
Good morning.
What are we doing today?
Today we're going to be lazy. And
all
we're
right.
going to do a quilt pattern called the Lazy Goose.
Lazy Goose. All right, fun.
And it is like the 3-yard quilts. It's very versatile. And you can make it with fat quarters, or you can use yardage that you have. And it takes 10 fat quarters. And then you need 2.5 yards of a background fabric. Now this is if you cut your squares out at a certain size. But what we decided to do was cut the squares out at the size that we liked, and it works no matter what size square you use.
Oh, as long as they're all the same size.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay, fantastic.
Yep. So what we've done, and we've already cut, actually Pam and I cut the fabric, and we've decided to do 17-inch squares.
Wow.
So this quilt
First
comes
of all, sorry
together.
to interrupt, but that's really pretty.
Yeah. This quilt comes together really, really quickly.
Oh, because it's huge squares.
Exactly.
Ah, right,
exactly.
I gotcha.
So you could make 5-inch squares, or you could do 20-inch squares. So the options are endless. I think mine I did in 12-inch squares.
Okay, and these are 17-inch.
17 inches. Yep. So it makes a nice big quilt.
Really fast, really easy. We're all about that. Awesome.
Oh yeah, we are. Yes, we
good
are.
morning, Kathleen. Good morning, Tina. Again, as usual, guys, if the audio is, if you have a hard time hearing anybody, please just let me know and we'll adjust. So, all right, sweet. So,
okay, so
I'll stop talking.
This is essentially made up of half square triangles, which is why it's called Lazy Goose, because they look like flying geese, but you don't have the torture of making a flying goose block.
Flying goose block.
I don't know if it's yeah. A gaggle.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So what you do is you take your blocks. This is the background fabric that we've chosen.
Okay.
So you want something sort of solid. It doesn't have to be perfectly solid. This has got like some paint splatter in it. It can have a small print, but you don't want anything for your background fabric that's going to take away from the prints that you're using with them.
You want them to pop.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Will you hand me that pattern or just hold it up one more time?
Yeah,
We had some people
absolutely.
join in.
Sure.
Good morning, Sherry. So this is the Lazy Goose pattern right there. Cool. That's neat.
Yeah.
And these are 17-inch blocks. Of course, you guys can go back and rewatch this, but if anybody joins, I'd like to keep you up to date. So.
No problem. So then what you're going to do, you cut out 10 of the size that you want blocks of your background fabric. And again, you can make it as big as you want. If you want 20 blocks, you can do that. But we're going to go with the pattern and do the 10. And then you want the same number of blocks with prints, but you want different prints, which is why a fat quarter would work really well, because a fat quarter is going to be a bundle of coordinating fabric, but they're all different prints. You're going to take your print and you're going to put right sides together. Now, there are multiple ways that you can cut out your half square triangles, so I'll go through 3 of those ways. What you can do is you can fold your triangle over and crease it, just finger press it, fold it back, and then you've got that crease where your center line is.
That's easy.
And then you're going to take your ruler and put it along that crease. And you'll need your biggest ruler for this. This is a 23-inch ruler, so.
That just barely makes it.
And then I use an air pin. I say I use an air pin. Where's my air pin?
It disappeared
Air pin.
in thin air.
Found it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and this is purple ink, and it disappears. So it's called Air Erasable Marker. It's by Clover.
Yeah, I'm going to look into getting those. I literally just learned about the air pen 20 minutes ago.
So last night...
Don't make that face at me, Pam.
Last night, I had a center line between these 2 stitch lines with the air pen. This morning I got up and it's gone.
Magic.
Exactly. So you don't have to worry about heat, pressing it out with heat, and then if it gets cold again, it shows back up. You don't have to worry about washing it in order for it to disappear.
Okay.
If you're making show quilts.
Are there different colors? So in other words,
I'm not really sure.
I've heard people say certain colors maybe stain, and so with, with the not with the air pens, but like with the heat removal.
The fusion.
The friction.
Friction, yeah.
So I was curious if some colors are better than
my air pens are blue.
Oh, okay. So yes,
Blue.
it does come in
Yeah.
different colors.
Okay.
Mine's purple.
Okay. I like purple.
Yeah, me too.
I like blue too.
It's like my second favorite color. All right, so then you've got this crease down the center. You line up your ruler, and you're going to mark. And you don't have to use an air pen. You can use a pencil. This is going to be on the back of your fabric, so it's not that like anybody's really going to see it.
Oh, right.
And because this is a big block, it takes a minute to mark it.
Well, I was saying, you guys did choose big blocks.
Yeah, we did.
But hey.
Because we like fast.
Fast.
Yep, so here you've got your line down the center. Ooh, my air pin went funny. Okay, so let's go over to the sewing machine and I'll show you. I'm going to put just a couple clips. If you like to pin, by all means pin. If you like to clip, clip. If you don't want to do anything, don't do anything.
Yeah, nobody should like to pin.
No, I stab myself with pins.
Me too.
It's not good.
Hey, good morning, Joe. Good morning, Liz. All right, we're going to go right on over here. This is April and Pam's Old Faithful.
Yeah.
This Janome M7, which you guys have seen multiple times, and there's a reason they keep going back to it.
It's because it's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to, on this machine, there is a 1/4 inch stitch. So I know that between the edge of my foot and the needle, it's a 1/4 of an inch. So what I do is I line that center line along the edge of my foot. Where'd it go? And then I stitch. So you just stay along the edge of the foot.
Corey said, Pam's a pin. She is careful. She's got the inside scoop.
Some people like to pin. like to kick it old school.
Whatever floats your boat.
Exactly.
Okay.
There are no rules. Alright, so we've got our seam down the one side. Now we're going to flip it and line our foot up on that same seam, just
So they can
on
see
the
that.
other side.
Do the same on the other side, right?
Yep.
Morning, Marcia. You said it takes a couple hours to disappear, right?
Yes, but if you mark something, and my mother is the one who told me this, if you mark something and then you go back several hours later, it may not be
It
there.
may not be there.
So
Okay.
don't use it if you're going to be gone for a few
If
hours.
you're gonna wait, right? Okay.
Exactly. All right, so we've got both of our stitch lines.
All right.
And then we're going to cut it down the middle. And then I'll show you two other ways you can do the half square triangles, or mark for the half square triangles. All right, so you're going to line up your ruler
Down the center, right?
down the center on the line that you marked. Yes.
Right. Okay. Right, because then it's sewed together on both sides.
Exactly.
See that? I'm learning.
And then you have two half square triangle blocks.
Easy peasy.
All right, so another way that you can do this.
Marcia, I will check that out here in just a few minutes. She asked a question about some bobbins.
Sure. You could do that while I'm sewing this block.
Okay. Well,
Or not.
Pam, you might know, do we have any of the blue dot bobbin cases in stock for the M7? The
No,
blue
we
dot?
don't, but
We don't?
we can put those on an order.
Okay, so Marcia, we don't have any of those in stock. If you want to give us a call after 10 o'clock, or technically whenever we get off of this live, we can get your phone number and get you some on order.
We've got a couple people that want some, so we'll definitely put those on an order.
Okay. And Marcia, our phone number, just in case, it's 502-412-6040. I'll try to go back in the post or in comments and post that number for you.
And Josh,
Or just come see us.
Josh, you might want to put also, we are now able to get the M7 workbook. There was some major issues with it, having some incorrect information. That book has been re-edited, and all the wrong statements have been out. So if you want to order one of those, give us a call and we'll place an order.
Awesome. Yeah, she's talking about the workbook, which I'm excited that they have that for the M7. You know, all the Big Brother machines have the playbooks and stuff like that. So I'm super stoked that the M7 has something like that. So.
All right, so this is the second way that you can do your half square triangles. You don't have an air pen. It's no big deal. Again, you are marking on the back, and nobody's going to see it besides the fact that you're going to have a cut mark there.
Right.
So you can just line up the corner of your fabric with your ruler, and then just make sure that you're lined up with the other corner. So you want your ruler to hit the center of the right angle, I guess,
right,
where the block edge is. So it goes right here, and then you just make sure that the other end of your ruler is doing the same thing diagonally.
Right.
And you can just use a pen, or if you have a mechanical pencil, you can do that. If you're comfortable sewing with the edge of your foot on this line.
Right.
If you're not comfortable sewing with the edge of your foot on the line, there's a tool, and now I can't even remember what it's called.
I think you showed us this
I
once
did.
before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have some in stock.
Oh, Oh, did we get some of those?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, where's the name? Quilter's Rule made it. Oh man, it has a quick something. I can't remember what it was called. Quick quarter.
Quick quarter? Oh, that's a cool ruler thingy.
Yeah.
That's the official name.
Yeah. Anyway, so what you can do is take this center hole.
Yeah.
It's got several
little opening right there in the
openings.
middle.
Yeah. And put that on the line that you've marked. And you can mark on either side of that line.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you can stitch on that outside line. Some people might not be comfortable stitching with the edge of their foot. Right. So that way you know exactly where it is that you're supposed to be stitching.
They have these awesome feet with these little guides in them. Wouldn't that make life easier?
Well,
little guide foot?
Yeah. The options are endless.
That's true. But this is cool. That ruler's nice. And Pam says we have them in stock, so I'm going on pure faith here.
We do.
When you have a normal size block, you don't have to like move it along the center line. If you had a normal size block, you could just line it up yourself because it's got a little opening where the corner of your block should be, and here it's got an opening where the corner of your block should be, and you could just mark it that way.
Very cool.
But because we have a large block, we're going to do it this way.
Awesome.
All right, and I am going to go sew this one.
Sherry said, love your blouse. I assume you're not talking to me, so I would assume she's talking to Pam because it looks like that's when that popped up.
No.
Although we could be talking about April's. Well, blouse, t-shirt, you know.
Yeah.
But actually, they're both really nice. So I love your shirt. I just noticed it's April's Crafter.
Sherry made this for me for my birthday.
Sherry, well, hold on. Sherry who?
Sherry Broughton. I don't know if she's on there or not.
No, but Sherry is the person who said, love your
Oh.
blouse, and so I was like, that'd be hilarious.
It's not Sherry
It's
Broughton?
not,
Because
no.
that would be what she would do.
Yeah.
That sounds like Sherry.
You're right, Liz. The t-shirt is so cute.
Okay, so now on this particular way of doing a half square triangle, what you're going to do is line your needle up with your line.
Let me just go here so we can see the center. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Now I'm in your way.
No, it's okay. So here, your
There you
needle
go.
would hit your line
Right.
if you're not comfortable sewing it the other way. So it's just a different way to do it.
Yeah, and do whatever's comfortable to you.
Exactly. Some people might not be comfortable with the edge of the foot. So this is just another option. So I'm just going to follow that stitch line. Might want to put your lines closer together than I did. And you do it the same way, you flip it, and then go sew on the other line on the other end.
On the other side, that's right.
Or actually, you wouldn't really have to flip it with this particular method. Ha! No flipping needed because you can just do it like this.
Right, you just move it over.
Exactly. I'm used to flipping. And that center line isn't necessary if you're going to sew on either side. If you're going to use the seam line as your guide, then you don't need to put that center line in there.
Right.
Because you're not lining it up with your foot.
Yeah. You like her shirt, huh? Check out her shoes. Holy cow, those are sweet.
Yep. That's the inspiration for a quilt, actually.
Oh, fantastic. Marcia said, love April's videos. I had the pleasure to meet her in the store one day. So personable and friendly. And I agree, Marcia.
Hi, Marcia.
And
Yep, I remember talking to her.
Awesome. And
She's working on some
Carol,
more
good
quilts.
morning from Clarksville, Tennessee. Love your T-shirt. Well, good morning to you, Carol.
Thank you. Okay. And good morning. Let me line this up. And then we'll go on to how to press these. And here we have two more. See how quickly these come together?
Ta-da.
Yep, yep, yep. Quick, quick, quick. All right, so let's go over to the iron.
That's great. I can already tell they're fun fabrics that you've picked out.
Actually, Pam. That's all Pam.
Okay.
Yep.
We have turned Pam, boy.
Yeah. She loves color now. All right, so technically, you should press your seam first.
I do believe that iron needs to be cleaned.
Okay.
Just give you a heads up.
Well,
it
actually,
gets a lot of love.
that it makes me press and not
Right. Which that's
iron.
what you should be doing.
Exactly, because since these are cut on the bias, if you press or if you actually iron, you can stretch them out of being square. And we don't want to do that. I'm used to setting mine down. I've got one of those that automatically.
Yeah, so is someone else.
Okay, so this one I pressed towards the print. So this seam is going towards the print side.
Right.
So the other one I want to press towards the dark side, towards the background fabric side,
Towards
so
the
that
dark
I
side.
can nest them. Yeah, always. Really, the rule is press towards the dark side, but on this particular pattern, we're going to do both.
Okay. Morning,
He's
Linda.
talking to me. It's talking to me.
I was saying help.
Really, clean me, clean me. All right, so you can see. Hold on.
So yeah.
That
The
this
first
is
one
pressed.
is towards the print,
Print,
then
and this one's towards the
dark side.
right.
Good guys, bad guys.
All righty.
Star Wars reference.
Yes.
We got that.
I've seen a shirt. I always press towards the dark side.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
I will make myself one of those.
Yeah.
All right, so now you've got, and I say all right, so a lot. I get to edit it out of my videos on YouTube, but here it doesn't work.
No editing in the live.
No editing. All right, so you've got these little dog ears, and you can leave those on, but I like to get rid of them simply because they bulk up.
Yeah, they bother you.
Yeah, I do love dogs,
Of course.
just not ears on my blocks. So I'm going to cut that off.
Patricia, what is it? I see the scorch marks on the ironing board. Thanks. I did point it out though.
Yes, you
She
did.
said if you cover the most used part with the freezer paper, it will keep your ironing cover pristine. Oh,
That's cool.
thanks, Patricia.
Yeah.
Tip of the day.
Yeah, we need freezer paper then.
All right, so here we're going to cut this dog ear. You'll have two. Actually, you will have four because we have two blocks.
Right.
And always close your rotary cutter when you're not using it. Ask me why. Ask me how I know.
You got all your fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But I've bled.
Oh.
And you don't want to get blood on your quilt block.
Also, you don't want to cut yourself because it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
You're worried about your fabric, and I'm
I know, right?
true
Yeah.
quilter.
I was,
Don't hurt the fabric. What about your fingers?
Yeah. I was not a believer until I went like that, and it's like, these really are sharp.
Yeah, they're very sharp.
Yeah. Good for fabric, not for skin. Alrighty. Now we've got our two blocks. And this is where we make our flying geese,
Goose.
however you say it. So this will be our flying goose. So what you're going to do is these two need to be nested, and that's why we pressed to the dark side on one and to the print kind of on the other, so we can easily nest them.
Nest, just be butted up together?
Yes.
Like that's what nesting?
Nesting,
Okay.
right. So here, there's a little lip right here, and there's a little lip right here.
Mm-hmm.
So what you want to do is you want to put those together, and you can really kind of just feel when they're nested. You can start like here and kind of pull towards the other seam, and if you don't take them apart, see the, I don't know if you can see it, but they're together right where the seam is.
Yeah.
And you can either hold them really tight as you go to the machine, unless your machine is right next to where you're working, or you can clip it.
Which would make sense.
Oh, yeah, mine's in the other room.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I need my steps.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what I say. All right. So here, with our seams nested, I'm going to put my foot down, putting my foot down. Line up my fabric. And then once I get that done, and again, if you are a pinner, or if you are a clipper, or if you're freeform like me, choose your, pick your poison. And it is a 1/4 inch seam. Everything's a 1/4 inch seam unless otherwise noted. And this is very stressful because this is Pam's fabric. I know. Ah! Thank goodness for seam rippers.
No, thank goodness for trusting a friend.
Ooh, and I got that one right on the nose. So
Nailed
you can
it.
see.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. And there is your goose. And then we'll go and press it.
Watch out for the pins right
Yep.
here.
That's one reason. I do stab myself with pins. I'm either free form or clips. I call them binder clips all the time, and they're not binder clips. I don't know why I want to call them binder clips.
They look kind of like them, I guess.
They could, yeah. Whoop. All right, so there it is.
Ta-da. One goose.
One goose. Now, I don't know. I was going to sew this together and put these two together. Do you want to, I don't know if they want to see, watch me do
Why
that
don't
again,
you-
or if you want to show
Well, I was
them
saying, why don't you lay it out so that
Okay.
for myself, so that
Good
I can
idea.
visibly, like, I like to see things so that I can picture it.
Yeah, and see, I've picked colors that I like to go together because these will be next to one another.
All right.
Hope Pam likes them.
I do.
Together. Yeah, and these are way easier than the real flying geese. So then this will make, you can put the quilt together different ways. There are, I think, 3 arrows that point down, 3 arrows that point up. Well, I've got the picture right here.
I was going to say, can we see the pattern again?
No, I want to struggle. Yeah. Okay. So it is 3 that point up. So how I'm putting this together is I make this block with the 2 pointing up, and I make this block with the 2 pointing sideways, which when you make it, they might be pointing up.
Right.
A block with these. No, I don't do that. I do these 2 as a strip in the middle,
Right.
and then this is a block, and this is a block. Or, I mean, you can do it, like I said, multiple ways, but that's the way I'm
Well, that's the way
laying it
to
out.
do it because then all the triangles are complete.
Yeah.
You can't break it up the bottom, like you can't break that up.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Well, I guess you could, but that'd be a nightmare.
Well, yeah, because then you'd have to,
Yeah.
this is,
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
4 blocks and then a strip in the middle.
yep. And it's big. So
Well, I was going to say, well, the one you guys are doing is humongous.
it is. It really is.
This is going to be even bigger because on this I'm adding another row
Oh, jeez. Okay.
because I want it to go on my bed at home.
Oh, well, there you go.
There it is.
And yeah, so it's going to have a whole nother row to it.
Well, and this doesn't have a border, but on mine I'm going to add a border.
Right, okay.
So that can, you can expand it
exactly.
that way, or yeah.
Well, again, there's that creative freedom, you know.
Exactly.
You can do whatever you want. No rules. I
No
love it.
rules.
All right. Is there a finished or
We have
something?
one finished.
Well, you guys,
And
I'm
one
nosy.
quilt
I see the quilts back there. I'm like, what was that?
You show yours first. This is
Okay.
finished.
Oh, okay.
And
one?
this is why I did this, was because she did it.
Because she did one?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It was like, oh my gosh, I have to make that.
Okay, fantastic.
Here, let me help you.
Okay. All right. And this,
Okay. That thing is huge.
Mhm.
Is
It
that the
is.
same size?
yes.
Are those
yeah.
17-inch
Uh-huh.
blocks? Okay.
They're 17-inch blocks.
How cool is that?
It's really cool.
Yeah, and you added, well, it's not really, you didn't do a border necessarily.
No,
No,
this is
binding.
the
Just the
binding.
binding on it, yeah.
Hers is actually finished.
Oh, and let me show the back.
Oh,
April
the
helped
back.
me pick out the back of it,
Well,
and
I
I
saw
loved
that.
it.
Yeah. We've got the whole collection of these blenders.
These are awesome.
Let me get up close because it's kind of hard. Your eyes go a little cross-eyed. Yeah, I love that backing. That's
Yep.
awesome, Pam.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, it is.
And then
Fantastic.
let's get April.
I used bright colors and tulip ink.
Bright colors of tulip pink.
My blocks are,
Oh, how
I think,
fun.
12 inches, so it's somewhat smaller than Pam's. I like the big
It's
blocks.
still not small.
No, it
No.
is not. No.
Well,
Then let's
something
see.
that I noticed. Okay, so I love obviously tulip pink. You guys know that, but something I noticed. You've broken up the
Mm-hmm.
actual triangles and you changed the direction. I think this is
Yes.
that's a cool touch.
And this is similar to the background that Pam used. It's that paint splatter.
Yeah, it's that speckled.
Yep.
I think it's the ruby star speckled, possibly.
Love it.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, so
Well, and
that
then I
becomes
did.
those.
Yeah, and then I did do.
I'll
Okay.
put this.
I put together a block with. So this essentially becomes this.
Oh, right, a completed block. Yeah. And so, as far as attaching it, just in case if anyone, maybe you can just kind of walk them through it. You
Yeah.
don't have to actually sew it for us, but
Okay.
Obviously you.
Like we did before, you press it and then nest your seams.
Right.
And then you would take, let me show you on the finished quilt, you would just put those two flying geese together, a 1/4-inch seam. Oh, no, this one.
No, you go side. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So you would go this way.
Yep.
Yeah. 1/4 inch, and that's how you attach them.
Mm-hmm.
And then repeat.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. Awesome.
So fast.
Well, it is
So
fast, and it's an easy one, but it's a really cool looking quilt.
Yeah, and you could use layer cakes. You don't need to just be a 10-inch square, but you could definitely use layer cakes.
Here,
Yeah.
hand me one of the.
Ooh,
Give me that one
yeah,
right there.
that's
So
the
actually,
Moda line.
this is the collection we just got.
Oh, yeah.
Pam doesn't pay attention. We got these in a couple days ago. So is that enough? Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you only need 10.
You only need 10.
Right.
So.
Well, and if you wanted it bigger, I'm not sure how you would. I mean, you could add an arrow. I'm not sure. That would be. I would add borders, but
Yeah.
somebody who has an engineering type mind could easily figure out how to add more.
Yeah, see, you're starting to talk
Triangles.
about math, and I'm like, oh, words, I'm lost.
Yeah, you could do it.
Patricia, that particular pattern, I don't believe we have here at
No,
the
it's
store.
running dough.
It's
It's
here,
yeah, Villa Rosa.
Villa Rosa. So, Patricia, we haven't gotten into patterns too much in the store yet, mainly because we don't have a lot of people requesting them, but we could easily change that. So our ears are perked, and I think maybe we can, you guys call us. I mean, the whole thing is the store is very large, and we're trying to fill it, but we try to fill it with things that people request, and so that we know, I myself am learning as we go, but yeah, so
The
patterns
nice
could
thing
be.
about these is they're very inexpensive. The patterns, you get a big bang for your money because this is it. This
That's
is the
it.
pattern.
Yeah.
It's just a little
And
card.
it's got the instructions on the back.
Exactly.
and
It's
then-
very cost effective.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen them in a couple other stores. In fact,
Yeah.
Quilt Quarters, our store in Carmel, have a
right.
ton of them. So
Yeah, so you're not paying $10 for a pattern,
Right.
which is pretty normal. This is just a small fee.
awesome.
And we
Yeah.
can get some of those in, we can put an order in and get some of those in a couple of weeks.
Okay. So yeah, we're all ears. If there's something you guys want that we don't have, we'll get it.
Definitely.
Awesome.
And then April did another quilt,
Oh,
and
okay.
there's a couple of my friends and April are doing this together.
Yeah,
So
so
I
I
want April to
mentioned-
show this.
Okay,
I
I don't know who
mentioned-
to look at. Hold on, cameraman's lost.
It's so exciting! Kathleen, who I met on our little excursion, decided that she wanted to try 3-yard quilts. So she picked this pattern from one of the books. I want to put it the
Yes,
right
Patricia, I'll do
way.
that for you.
And it's called Rick Rack.
Whoa.
And so I told her that I would do a video, and I've been sending her pictures, texting her pictures of the quilt as I've made it. So this is the finished quilt top.
Ta-da.
Now if I can just quilt it by tomorrow.
I was gonna say your timing is pretty epic.
And this from the polka dots borders, that is what's in the 3-yard quilt book, and then I just added a 4-inch border.
She added the border, so from here, from here.
Yeah. The real quilt is within that polka dot border.
How fun.
Yep. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July. That's right.
And this was, which quilt book was this one in?
Oh, here. Actually, luckily enough, Quick as a Wink.
Quick as a wink. There you go. And do we have that one in the store?
Yes, we do.
I was gonna say, I think we have all of them. Morning, Linda.
Hey.
Awesome. All right. Are there any other quilts you're hiding that we're going to show, or?
That's it.
Okay. No, that's awesome. Well, as always,
you.
April, thank you for coming and hanging out
Thank
with
you
us.
for having me. I
You can
enjoyed
see
it.
on her shirt the plug, but check
Yeah.
out April's Craft Room, hashtag April's Craft Room, on Facebook and YouTube. I know you have a YouTube channel, but
Yes,
they
I
can,
do have an April's Craft Room Facebook page,
right.
but I do more with just
The videos are on YouTube, yeah,
Yes.
and they are great. So.
And I do actually have a full video for the Lazy Goose pattern. So
Perfect. You heard it here. So, as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank
It's
you
always
very
fun to hang out with you.
Thank you.
thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam. She's
You're
going to be
welcome.
here all day, of course. You can stay here too if you want, April.
Yeah. I'll be cutting fabric.
All right, awesome. All right, well, thank you guys. Let me flip the camera around. So that was fun, as always. So I'm showing at the beginning of the video all the new fabric that we got in, which was really cool. Let me make sure there's not any other questions. Let's see here. Patricia, I will post that in the comments for you. I need to move and not sit all the time. It's going to be a large block. Yeah, well, I love seeing all these comments. So Pam hearts. I know we love Pam and we love April. So that's really fun that we're doing that. So, but okay, go back to the beginning of the video. After I turn this off, you can check out all the new fabric. I don't want to show you guys again because you've been here the whole time. We are going to be closed on Monday. That is the 5th. We're going to be closed for the holiday, so we can have a long weekend, which is really awesome. But we will be back on Tuesday. I'm just going to flip the camera around real quick. So upcoming classes, of course, we've got our beginning quilt class. It's a notebook class with Mary Bauer. There are still a couple spots left, I believe, but it's
And it is
going
well worth the time.
It's well worth the time. That's right. There's a familiar face, Linda. Good morning. So that's going to be an awesome class, and it's going to be very educational. And I've seen the notebook, and it's pretty awesome. It's impressive.
We actually have one here that you can take a look at.
She came and snagged it.
Oh, she snagged it.
She
okay.
took it, so we don't.
Uh-oh.
But there's a couple spots left if you're interested in that. On the 14th is a quilt in the hoop class, which is going to be an embroidery. Oh, thank you, Linda. That's right in front of me. So basically, this is something Barbara did that was a quilt in the hoop. It was completed entirely in the hoop, the quilting, and that's really awesome. So that class is July 14th from 10 to 2 with Barbara, and there are spots left. It's not on the calendar, but July 17th, that Saturday, is the embroidery club. And Barbara told me to mention that a lot of people ask about how to get files, PES files for Brother, for example, from your computer onto your machine, and people struggle with the software and that sort of stuff. So she wants to focus on that. So I think you're actually going to bring your laptops in and really work on how to get the designs that you want onto the machine. Transferring designs, right. So that's good information. So we haven't done that before, so that'll be cool. So that's on the 17th. And then, of course, we have another kids sewing camp, which it was awesome before, but that's July 19th, 21, and 23. And it's going to be a ton of fun. They had a really good time last month. It was really cool. It was really fun. So we've got other classes coming. We've got some Bernina Academy events coming.
Yes, we're excited.
Yeah, Linda's heirloom class is still rocking and rolling. We haven't really had anybody show up, but we want to do a Thursday sit and sew. So if you guys want to come and hang out with us on Thursdays, please feel free to do so. And I will post this. Charlie, forgive me for not being prepared. I was going to do a separate video, but oh yeah, okay. Thank you, Vanna. This is a new class that we are about to post, and we're really excited about this. So it will literally be a class on how to make this quilt. Actually, there's 2 patterns that you get to choose from, but how awesome is that? So stay tuned. I will do a separate video and give you some more of the details, but that's a new class that we got coming up that I'm really excited about. Thank you, Linda. That thing is awesome. So, all right, so you get it. We've got tons of classes, tons of new fabric. We're having an awesome time here. Thank you again for watching and hanging out with us. We, of course, have machine sales and specials going on for vacuums and sewing machines. So you guys come in and see us. Patricia, interested? It's going to be awesome. That quilt is impressive, if that's the one you're referring to. So, oh my God, I love that too. Yeah, I knew you'd like that one, Lori. That was cool, right? So, all right, well, you guys have an awesome day. It is really pretty outside, so come in and see us if you're out and about. If not, enjoy your weekend. Happy 4th of July, and we'll see you guys soon, all right? Take care. All right, I'm not missing anybody's questions, right? No. I'll go back and check it out, and if there's any comments where I missed something, Patricia, I'll post the pattern, and I'll make sure that I try to answer everybody. All right, love you too, Lori. All right, we'll see you guys later.